everybody to a view of 4 young ladies on the central pier. Also welcome to the merry month of May, the first day of May, and also to the introduction of my video which will be uploaded tomorrow morning on the Sunday. While you enjoy a tour of the portrait studio here, I would like to thank everybody for watching my videos, and I do hope that you will enjoy the one that you are about to see. There is plenty in this one, so I'm going to send all my best wishes to everybody, and I must get on with this video now, so I'm going to start it off, and once again thank you ever so much for everything. The glorious weather is still with us here in the seaside town of Blackpool on the Monday the 26th of April. I thought you might like to see these views here previous to our starting our videoing on this very day. Just going to go closer to water's edge and you will see the sea playing with the first steps of this seawall. So now let's start the video. In front is the Winter Gardens, and this is where we're going this morning. I'm going to bring you up to date what is happening at the Loungers, which was once the old Pizza Express. We have not been here for several weeks. Well, if I can bring you right up to date. Oh, there's a nice looking cherry picker there in front. Haven't seen one like that previously. Now, what's happening here is that the contractors attending here have still not finished taking everything out. Everything must be removed from inside previous to the build of Loungers. It's been many weeks now. I would say a good 2 or 3 months possibly. So there we are. There's an update for you for Loungers. Everything must come out before the new ones move in. We move away from Loungers but staying in the same area. And in front, Abingdon Street Market. Wonderful news here from a stall holder. Now this is where Abingdon Street meets up with Talbot Road. Across the road you will see this very large shop which has stayed vacant and empty for a long time. The old signs of the old shops have been taken down recently, and yes, this is the news here. Sam Scooters have taken it. Yes, they are due to move in as soon as possible to sell their scooters in this very large premises here at the corner of Abingdon Street and Talbot Road. As usual, we will wish them all the luck in the world. The best of luck to you with your scooters. Plenty of news about this morning, there really is. Now this is the old store of Blacks in Edward Street. Bambers are the contractors here. We usually meet up with those, as you know, on our walkabouts and ventures. Now this is what I was greeted with this morning. This white van here. The van of a sign company which operates from Talbot Road. Yes, we have a new shop due to open. Let me take you to it now. This is the one here. You can see 1/3 of the sign on the floor, on the ground, the blue and the white sign, and that's where it's going. We will return when they progress with the fixing of these signs. And returning to that new shop, we can see that now this sign is nearly up. On our third visit here today, we can see the completed sign, electronic convenience shop. And this sign company is also making the sign for Sam's Scooter's shop. You've just seen that. Yet more news for you. Before that, I must show you this. Now, I'm surprised at this. I showed this many months ago. This is the shop unit here that is available. Why I'm surprised at this is that the rent has been reduced from £55,000 a year to £24,000 a year. That's a huge reduction from over £1,000 a week to under £500 a week. It's still vacant and available. This has surprised me. This is why I am showing it again. We're now going to go just down there. Here we are. We're at the entrance now to the Hounds Hill shopping area. Just a few paces from where we have just left. Now this is the most interesting news here. Across the road, this used to be the units of Top Man, etc., who closed up many months ago. Now, I'm able to tell you that there's a chance some people may be moving here. I cannot tell you who until Wednesday when we meet up with a certain person. But hopefully, yes, wonderful news for these units here. And I hope to confirm it on this coming Wednesday. I'm looking forward to that. Off to our next venue now. A very interesting Monday that we have all shared with all the news that is available. However, it is not over. More news for you coming straight up. First of all, we must visit Mamas and the roofers. As you know, a full restoration job here. Just take you to the top again to see the roofers, and then we move a short distance along the road. And it is a short distance. It is virtually next door. And this is the factory outlet for beds, mattresses and carpets. The news from here is it opens up this Friday, the 30th of April. The very best of luck to them. And this will complete Monday's videoing. Wednesday, the 28th of April has arrived. Now, I can tell you the situation involving what I mentioned earlier this week about these units in front now. The gentleman who we were due to meet has kindly told me he is involved still in negotiations. He has promised to keep us all informed as soon as he can. As said, negotiations are taking place this very minute about these 3 units here. If successful, this will be very well worth waiting for. I can tell you that. Thankfully, we have the sun back this morning on this Thursday. However, the temperature is still in single figures. But, as you can see, a nice sunny day. So let's see if we can have a great Thursday videoing all what's going on. This is great to start the day. We have the Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service here on a full training session. These training sessions always make wonderful videos, and they're a great crew as well. All in this fire service in Blackpool. Marvellous crews. One of the team has just told me what this training session is all about. And this is the second of their vehicles here today on this training session. And what it's about is they're testing their hose. They're going to pump water from the water main here onto the beach. From this view here now, we can see some members of the crew already in the cradle. Returning to the vehicle itself, you will now see one of the crew seated because he will control all the lift of these other crew members in that cradle. Another member of the crew just fastened himself onto the cradle. The crew members are all safely fastened in, so now we can enjoy the lift itself. You can hopefully pick out the hose to the left of the cradle. Can you see it just sticking out there? Up they go, and they're just going to turn at right angles now so as they can pour the water from that hose onto the beach. For a full training session, it's very important that they're actually able to do this. I have just moved my viewing position. The crew are finally just getting to where they want to be as well, so I'm going to see if I can get another viewing angle so as I can catch everything that's going to happen in the next few seconds. I think the best place for me will be on the beach itself. And from the beach you can now see that hose throwing out a very, very powerful jet of water right onto the beach, and you could almost feel the strength of the water crashing onto that sand there. Now that is a very powerful hose and jet of water. As said, it's very, very important for the crew and the hose itself to be tested every now and again, and this is what's happening this morning. I have just had an idea. I can work something with this training session. I can take you onto the central pier. As you will remember, many, many months ago now, there was a fire. And the fire service here were the ones that put it out. So yes, I'm going to take you to the central pier and show you where the fire was and what is happening there. All the very best to this crew that we have just watched. Many, many thanks to the management of the Central Pier for allowing myself to make this following video, showing where that fire took place. We are approximately halfway along the pier now. Now to our left is where a ride was lost due to the fire. I believe the ride was called a Walser. And coming into view now, there was another casualty, a workshop and storeroom. And this is the brand new replacement. You would never know that a fire has taken place here. It's been restored lovely. The Walser ride area and what you're looking at here, a lovely job done here. We will go back to where the Walser once stood. I'm told that there is a replacement one coming, and please notice all the lovely wooden boards laid here. Really, really magnificent. Well done to everybody. Our weekly visits to Blackpool's Conference Centre, and from viewing area 1 I will just run you along the facade here, showing all that white terracotta cladding now all in place at the immediate front and one of the sides here. A quick look at all the materials here, and then we will proceed to viewing area 3. There's the materials in front and workmen inside working on the ceiling. More insulation here waiting to go inside the gates of our viewing area 3. As we move towards those gates, just a point of interest. Now in front you will see a complete section underneath the lower white section of that black terracotta cladding. Now just a point of interest, there is a lot of blue in this black. It's very, very nice. It's a bluey black terracotta cladding section. The gates are open now as that cherry picker is on its way out, and this will complete our visit today to the conference centre. I must show you this. Outside the winter gardens at the moment, and moving to my right, we are right outside now the premises of Loungers that used to be the Pizza Express. Now earlier this week I told you that all the contractors here are still completely gutting this. They really are, and this is evidence of it. Another skip full of rubbish there, and the air conditioning unit here. Marvellous work here. Sherlock's, Queen Street, and our fortnightly visit. Carl is inside, waiting to see us, so let's go inside and he will tell us everything that's gone on.
Hello and welcome back to Sherlock's for your fortnightly visit. We've been working for the last few weeks on the outside of the building. Colin's just taken a video shot of that. Obviously we've replaced all the copper work, all the metal work, all the cornice, and it's practically nearly ready now. We're now going to be starting on the downstairs floor. As you can see, we've got a big mound of rubbish here, which we're just trying to get rid of. I'll show you upstairs, Colin, and we'll go to the library. Right, this is the VIP room of Sherlock's. This is going to be a library. It's going to be based on a theme of a library. There was lots of arches, loads of decorative plasterboard, and it was just really not in keeping with what we want to do. And that's all been removed, replastered, and so yeah, it's looking good. Here in this area here, there's going to be a wooden balcony, and this will be a VIP area. Okay. Right, we're now back on the middle floor. As you can see before, you've got Gary there, who's just putting in all the new cases, the new window cases here. Replaced all the metal ones, which are all rusty. So yeah, this is almost complete as well. And in the next week we're going to be starting downstairs, which is where we showed you. We'll go to the top floor now. We're now on the top floor. If you can see this, if you just look over here, this was there's a big chandelier here which we've taken down, and we've got our sound and lighting guys, and then what they're going to sort of re-engineer it in a way, which is so it's got LED lighting all the way around it. All the centre of the ceiling there has got already had the LED tape in. That's the colour that it's going to be. The whole room will be in this dark blue. The fretwork there, it's all resprayed blue as well. So yeah, it's all coming on. It's really hot up here. The aircon guys are working hard at the moment to replace all the aircon. So that's almost complete. So this is This is the very top floor of Sherlock's. This is going to be a chill out area. I've specified this several times, a few times in Colin's visits. We've got toilets, unisex toilets there, and then a dressing room there for our acts, the other side.
Well, I'm sure everybody will enjoy viewing this. You're making great progress. Very well done to everybody, and we look forward to our visit in 2 weeks' time. Thank you, Carl. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
We find ourselves outside that factory outlet shop in Topping Street. Now today, on this Friday, this shop has opened. The sign has been taken down. Now let me quickly explain what's happened. The management here only received their items today, so they're not set up or anything. You're still very welcome to go in, but they're not set up, so perhaps leave it until Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Yes, they were held up due to the suppliers, but as said, you're very welcome to go in and meet everybody. That is the old post office of Blackpool in Abingdon Street. And this is Cheapside. So we must be going down now to pay our usual visit to the Nook. On the left there is Jake himself. However, as you can see, he's very busy in talks. So he has asked me if I could do the narration this week. Now, please notice those new set of tiles on the entrance here. There's been a very good tiler here. There's that lovely mural as well. So we'll go inside now for our usual visit.
Now we are actually in now, the bar of the Nook, and you will see marvellous progress here. First of all, I'm going to take you down to floor level. Look at that lovely flooring here now. Goes right the way through. And also, as you can see, we have a very, very good tiler here. And this section of the bar, as you can see, beautifully tiled now. Very, very nice indeed. Just moving around so as I can show you this side of the bar, away from a very, very nice young lady. Jake is out the back there, or rather out the front. And please again, notice that we have lighting now. Yes, we have electricity in here as well. And notice all the lovely walls now, all been plastered, all the way through, and the ceiling as well. So there we are. That's our up-to-date visit of the Nook, where you can see that marvellous progress has been made. So we'll look forward to our visit next week to the Nook.
Thank you ever so much for viewing. See you next Sunday or earlier. Goodbye. This is the end. Bye bye now. Bye bye.